Today I'm going to be reviewing The Suicide Squad. I would just like to say I think that this movie's outstanding compared to the last one. The last one was garbage. To me, it's just a bad movie that you feel like watching occasionally, because bad movies are good. This one was really good. It was super funny from the beginning to the end. I will say I do miss Will Smith's Deadshot. I feel like he was a great character, even though Will Smith maybe wasn't the best role for the job. He was still a good character and he was super fun to watch, and I enjoyed him personally. He was probably my second favorite part of the original Suicide Squad compared to Harley Quinn, because Margot Robbie is just an outstanding actress. You put her in any role, and she is bound to do really good in that role. But this movie was a lot different, and you could tell that it was a lot different based off of the beginning, first like 2 minutes of it, when they're going through, and without too many spoilers, they're having their morning meeting, which you would understand if you've seen the movie, and that to me just was really funny and just made me laugh really hard. I also really like the way that the action worked in it. There's an action scene that everyone's talking about because it was really good. That again, without getting too much into spoilers, involved Harley Quinn and a bunch of flowers and a big pointy stick, and it was super cool. I would just also like to say Margot Robbie, you put her in the role of Harley Quinn, and at any moment she's gonna be that good of an actress. Like, she's really good at her job, especially at playing Harley Quinn. It's kind of unfortunate that she said, and I believe it was on Twitter, that she's probably gonna take a little break from the role because the role of Harley Quinn gives her like mental health issues, which I totally understand. It's awesome to take a break. But this movie was really, really good, and I just really liked it as a whole. There were a couple of things I didn't really like, though. Uh, I think some of the characters, without, again, getting into spoilers, were used as joke offs, and, like, to kill them that way, like, just to kill them off. Uh, but I understand why they did that. Back to the things that I think are good, I really like the way that they use the action and the blood and like made jokes off of it. Also, Idris Elba, you put him in literally any movie and he's gonna work. It's outstanding. I love Idris Elba. Even John Cena, who's not a good actor, actually did a decent performance, playing the big bumbling idiot the entire time. But this entire movie basically comes down to uh, a bunch of people forced to work together to defeat a giant uh, evil that nobody knows what it is at first. And I feel like every character in the movie had a role for some reason. John Cena's character, without spoilers, again, was there to be the big stupid guy that's really dumb. Idris Elba is the badass leader which by the way, his xenomorph mask or xenomorph themed mask was awesome. The rat catcher too. She's not used for punchlines really. She's just an adorable little kid, who murdered a bunch of people with rats. That just basically goes on her own mission to do her thing, while working with the team. And then Margot Robbie is just Margot Robbie. She's super funny. She You can tell that she puts a lot into the role, and that it takes a lot out of her. Uh, they also mention a bunch of jokes about the Joker in this, like the original Joker from the original Suicide Squad, and I think that that's funny to just show that Harley Quinn is basically wanting to do her own thing now. Uh, I don't know. Overall, this movie was super good, and I personally recommend it. Uh, it's not one of those movies that you're going to go into expecting it to be awful. It was really, really good, and I actually had a lot of fun watching the movie. Personally, I give it an 8 out of 10, or an 8.5 out of 10, I should say, because it's actually pretty enjoyable. But like, it's not really anything like special. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and it doesn't do anything like too poor for me. But it was like easily in the top, I think, three of the DC movies that have come out recently. because a lot of DC movies are just not good. But overall, I think that it was a very good movie, and I don't really know like what else to talk about it without diving into spoilers too much. So I guess I could dive in a little bit now that it's the end. If you don't want spoilers, you can click off now. But I really like the way that Starro was basically hyped up the entire time. Obviously, Operation Starfish was going to be Starro. I don't know like anyone who didn't think that it was going to be Starro. Uh, I also really like how Amanda Waller tricked John Cena's character into wanting to blow up the file that they had because it just made me laugh at how dumb he was. And the action scene of Idris Elba and John Cena having their little competition of kills was great. Super bloody, super gruesome, and then it turns out that they killed the good guys. I think Rick Flag kind of had a poetic ending. I wish that he wouldn't have died because I enjoyed him. But by far the best character in the entire movie was Milton, and his death was awesome. Super funny. How Harley Quinn just made jokes about the guy named Milton, and then at the end she calls Idris Elba's character Milton. King Shark was like decent in the movie. He didn't really do anything in the final battle, but he was like kind of funny in throughout the movie. His whole role was he wanted friends and he didn't have any friends, and then the Ratcatcher 2 decided that she would be his friend after almost getting eaten by him in the first like 10 minutes. uh, and Polka Dot Man wasn't really like a joke character as much as everyone thought he was going to be. He was actually pretty cool until he got killed. But yeah, overall, outstanding movie, and I would definitely recommend it for everyone. That's about it.